Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. The enemy heard that too, and he's shaking. Stay rooted. Stay covered. Love you, keep going.
What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all, you already know what I'm gonna say. Hope y'all feeling good, doing good, acting good, having God in your prayers. It's a good way to start the video. Always offer the prayer. Who does that? I don't know. I just feel like I thought I'd share my prayers with y'all. And hopefully y'all can relate. Bring him closer to you. That's all you need. But yeah, we're just gonna go to this car meet, what you clicked the video for, and see the cars, the people, the good vibes, everything. So I'll catch y'all in a minute. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but this one's like for the army people, infantry. I don't know. I'm gonna put the flyer right here. This is what it is. But and shout out to my military people, my family, loved ones. Rest in peace to the ones that passed. My condolences and love. Appreciate y'all. That's what I'm gonna take this video. This car meet is for them. So shout out to them. I appreciate y'all. Holy fuck, I thought this was a crack right here. You see this, the thing on the, oh shit, you can't really see, it's right here. Right there. I thought that shit was a crack. I was tripping and crack. Boom, just like that. Boy is here, come on out. We're gonna see every car. I ain't gonna do no yapping too. I do a lot of yapping, but not this time. Not this time, we ain't gonna do yapping. We're just gonna go all the way over there. We're gonna go all down the line. Yes, sir. There goes the Subi, huh? Oh wait, you added that, huh? I didn't see that before. Yeah, sick. How long? Really? I've had it since I drove down here. Huh, I must not have paid attention. I know, I remember he had that, but not that.
Rocklahoma or it's dug out of the side.
Oh shit. The hell was that? My man Tony's about to show me inside the museum. A lot of people probably like just came for this and they're like, why is there so many cars? This is, what is this called?
National Infantry Museum, the NIM.
The NIM. First time in here. Hopefully, I'm gonna ask them before I just start recording in there. But we're gonna try to see everything in there. The infantryman. Bro's about to get kicked out already. And you've been here how many times? Yeah, this is my first time. Damn, that looks sick though. What is that? This works?
Yeah, man, cool, dude. You can't even open the back.
Damn.
What's the seal, dude?
Dang, this is, I like the little darkness. It feels good in here though. It was outside and it was hot as fuck. It's starting to fucking break a sweat, brother. Shit.
Right here, man. Guns go.
What are these? Oh, these are the
Medal of Honor. Back in the Civil War, Medal of Honor was like the only award.
Yeah.
So like they gave people a lot. Anytime somebody did anything, pretty much considered a glorious battle, they gave them. And they kind of added more awards later to be more specific. So when you ever look at the list of Medal of Honors, you can see the Civil War, Revolutionary War. I don't know if they had the Revolution, but see a ton in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Up to the Spanish American. And then right about World War I, you start to see it fall off because that's when they like made it more prestigious.
National Armor and Cavalry Museum. Show the history. Swords. Oh no, that's not a sword, is it?
Armor's tank, cavalry's its own thing, the 19th series. Call themselves Cow Scouts. Usually riding around in dragons and such.
Horses and tanks.
Yeah, these horses up to World War I, and we had tanks World War I. Repurposed the cavalry.
What is this?
High explosive personnel. So it just explodes. So it shows you it's not doing anything to armor because it's meant for personnel. It just shatters. Big explosion. High explosive because it's supposed to be an E here. Anti-tank. So like this can penetrate a tank and explode. It's meant for like smaller armor because it doesn't penetrate really that deep, but it explodes. So like if you're in a tank and you see like a Bradley or like an armor personnel carrier, you'll like probably hit him with one of these. A Sabo is no explosive. It's just a super heavy round and it's designed to penetrate. So like a Sabo will go clean through most things through and through. But if you're a tank and you see another tank, you'll load a Sabo, that way it can penetrate the armor. So like, these are the...
Why they call them dummies?
Let you know it's a dummy round. Dumb, if you saw the guy who loaded it, you know why.
What did he do?
Yeah, it's an HE training round, so... yeah, so like it pushes, it's essentially just a big old button. Heat training round, this is the ones they use.
Is that the one that goes in here? Oh no, the other one? The tanks?
Yeah,
or is it the ones that are on the ground?
Abrams. That'll go in like a big old Abrams. You got the Sabo around here, you can see it on the left. That's what the Sabo looks like. So you see it'll penetrate.
Oh yeah.
So the first part will penetrate and then it'll blast the heavier, what is it?
But that part is what hits, that's what hits? Or is that the one that hits?
So that'll like penetrate. It's got like, I don't know too much about it, I'm not a tanker, but I know it'll like penetrate. It's got like a heavier piece behind it that'll really just send all the way through.
Oh, I get you. These ones don't go that far.
No, like that'll, like this part will like penetrate and then it'll explode. So it's got like the explosive behind it, so like it'll like press and penetrate and then
it'll like go in here and then
press
boom.
in, you're right? It'll punch a little hole and then it'll explode through the hole and right outside of it. Fire the Abrams.
So you're not an armor guy? What are you? Oh, you're an infantryman? They have each little room dedicated for different ones.
The Revolution, Cold War. They opened the Vietnam one again yet? Revolution.
The Cold War.
Korean War. Korean War, sort of like a forgotten war.
Why are y'all dirty? Let me clean y'all. Hold on. They were just living dirty.
It's a walking distance, but it's cool. Oh, I like how it lights up. The numbers. Oh.
disclaimer, I'm not a historian, but what I can speak on is essentially after World War II, when we were splitting everything, like Vietnam, Korea, giving some to the communists, some to the democracies. Eventually they wanted to reunite, so they went to war. Didn't last very long, why it's a forgotten war. But they fought mainly the 30th parallel and ended up right back there, barely moved. A lot of the reason too is like the terrain around here is like icy mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like super hard. Like, if you read stories of fighting back then, right? It's like gets down to like -40. It gets like pretty arctic around there, and so you're not really gonna do a lot of movement, especially like snows. Like I know from when I was in Alaska, like when you got the snowshoes on, you're not gonna move anywhere quick. So like now you get used to like an open desert. You can cross a lot of terrain fast, like hit a building, fighting in the Middle East. But like here, when it's all like valleys and mountains here, and then in the winter when it snows over, like logistics and like transportation is damn near impossible. So it's super hard to fight and press anywhere around here. But a lot of, you can see the Chinese forces they got up there. A lot of what we were fighting is actual Chinese forces that were pushing through, like donated to North Korea. Yeah, I mean, we had one battalion that started the fight here. Can't remember the name of the battle off the top of my head, but I remember having to write a paper on it. But essentially, North Koreans pushed in, South Koreans needed help. We were trying to send up some guys we had in Japan, and they sent a battalion minus here. But yeah, it's Battle of Osan, and then they pushed down as far as Osan because they were trying to blitz through and get as far south before the U.S. forces could come help. And so we sent a battalion in, literally going, hey, just go as far up as you can and just stop until we can get everybody else there. So we were at Battle of Osan. They didn't even get the whole battalion out. They were short a company, so it was like 2 companies, so like 200 dudes versus like God knows how many just trying to hold out. Yeah, but they North Koreans are back with a lot of Chinese equipment. A lot of it's just knockoff Russian equipment. So you see like China has wars with Russian. What's the name of the gun again? I can't remember.
Those are the clean them. No, those are clippers.
Looks like, yeah, it's just like hair clippers. Yeah, like Russian World War II submachine guns. And yeah, you see some of their Arctic gear. Their overweights.
Well, I know they was cold.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the overweight. That's just the camo stuff. You put that over.
Oh, your actual gear?
Yeah, so you. I mean, that's a fucking. That's pretty good. But like, well, no, never mind. Sorry. It was green inside, but like. Yeah, you'd have like all this shit and then you'd have your overweights over it.
Well, these are actual videos.
Yeah, so you can see how like cold and mountainous and shitty it was. That's like an original night vision scope. So like crazy as shit looks now. It's got capture all the way. I know.
That's a scope?
Yeah, it's a scope. It's one of the OG night vision scopes. There's like a lot of what they do, right? Like you see these mountains. They literally just sit here with binoculars, wait until they saw a guy poke out, and they try to hit him with a mortar. It was like 90% of their fighting. Maybe pot shot at him and stuff. Some history guys don't like listening to me talk about it, but it's fucking retarded.
I got the chopper in the top.
There's the scenes. Yeah, so like AK-47, known as AK-47 because they made it in 1947. Kalashnikov. It's argued whether he invented it or the Russians invented it and then just gave him credit to like make it seem like that a hero. When we showed up to Vietnam, well, the French showed up before us with like bolt actions, and they were playing trumpets to sound their attacks and like got destroyed because they were rolling up against these AKs. And then we were like, yeah, we can do it. And they were like, hey, watch out. They're actually pretty tough. I'm gonna look at you, French. And then we showed up with M1 Grands, so you can even see an M1 Grand here. And we started getting slapped, and we were like, okay, these AKs killing us. They got 30 round mag, automatic weapons, and we're shooting like M1 Grand still. And then we made the M14, which is literally pretty much just like an M1 Grand with a different round and a magazine put in it. And those are pretty kick-ass, and they used them for like snipers and stuff for a while. The M21, which is just longer barrel with more accurate barrel. Yeah, M21 or below it. And then we were like, we need something on par. So we came up with the M16, and we were like, oh, we can use a lighter round, and so like soldiers can carry more, they can shoot more of it. It's automatic. It's gonna rival the like AK-47, and then it's got the buffer tube, so like there's like no recoil on it too, so you can do continuous shots. But they didn't jungle test it, so the first ones they sent out were just jammed super hard because people didn't know how to clean it because it's a new gun. They went from like that to that, and they were like, I don't know what to do with this. So they just like jammed. So everybody was like, dude, these things suck. They're jamming. But they were like, they can't like. I read a book on the AK-47. It talked about a lot of the early M16s, and they were like, people complain about it because there's one report from I think some lieutenant who was saying they did an ambush and literally everybody's weapon jammed, like on the whole line, and then they ended up reacting to contact from somebody they were supposed to be ambushing because all their weapons are malfunctioning. And then they came out with that was the A1, then they came out with like a version 2, it's still the A1, but they changed the metal in the barrel so that it wouldn't jam as much. They added a forward assist, so if it jammed, you could help yourself out. They started issuing cleaning kits and stuff. M60 below it, and standard machine gun. I think they call them the Pig. Those are pretty good. Let's tear through. World War II.
Surpassed the number of blue-collar workers for the first time. At home, the GI Bill provided for low interest, zero down payment mortgages.
The baton.
Nazi leaders launched the final solution to the Jewish question. The Jews would be exterminated. Rail lines were laid to killing centers in the east. Deportation to an imaginary new
small,
would
like
bring
22
millions
round.
to the Nazis.
They're super light for the airborne guys. So you see he's got an 80-second patch. So they carried the M1 carbine, so they could. This is the first carbine since they made magazine-fed weapons. Well, you had other magazine-fed weapons, but they made this so it was easier to jump out of a plane with.
Would they jam as much?
No, it's not too bad. Well, these are magazine sets. Those I think are pretty reliable. I think the only complaint was the small rim it uses.
Yeah.
And back then, well, because in War II you're not using hollow points, you're using full metal jacket, which penetrates more.
Yeah.
So like, people, the only complaint is like if you're shooting somebody up close, you're like mag.
Damn, look at these.
Got a bayonet on a machine gun, bro.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's some serious shit.
That's some combat.
World War II was awesome.
These are like little stuff they carried.
Yeah, it looks like some war cleaners and then just some
Like
files.
to clean their guns and stuff.
Yeah, these are super hard to clean. Because the M16 is super complicated. That's part of it too. Because these, like, you just rip the trigger out, you can tear the bolt out, and then you can just wipe kind of the bolt down and get in there. Like, it's super easy to clean. Yeah. M16 is way more
It
complicated.
says dinner, nose, or food.
Yeah, it's stuff you carry on, you get a little foot powder.
Foot powder.
Need that shit. I guess the Grands, that's what we showed up to Vietnam with. And
All
World
this
War II,
stuff?
it was badass. Well, we kind of look like this, but that gun. Which in World War II was badass because everybody else had bolt actions and they had semis.
Yeah.
And But then when the AK came out, it kind of made it obsolete. Yeah, like this is the type of shit the French were showing up with. I mean, it's a different rifle. I don't know what kind of rifle this is.
Target rifle.
Yeah, it says target rifle, German custom made. So it's a German custom. Yeah, it looks like a small caliber.
Weight anywhere between 70 and 90 pounds.
Yeah, 70 to 90 sounds kind of high back then. Amphibious dude.
Those are actual, like wall.
I guess. So yeah, that looks like actual pieces from the Berlin Wall, I guess. See, I guess it's the Cold War stuff too, so that would include Grenada and stuff.
Yeah.
Technically, there was no actual fighting. So yeah, like we had M1 Grants shooting semi 10-round mags. They had 5-round mags. Well, actually, I think these are 5-rounders. Might be 10. But they had Sterngewehr, which is the AK predecessor.
Well, that was a little cool thing we experienced. We saw everything in there. Well, shout out Tony showing us out too. Hey, just always learning. See, you always got to learn something. Even if it's the past or the future, you just always got to learn. But we're going to go. My phone storage is running out of space, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all if y'all watching this far. Enjoyed the cars. You know, I'm not going to do the yapping like I said. Just showed you what you clicked the video for. Shout out and thanks for the military. I appreciate all of y'all.